This video demonstrates the process of cleaning a horizontal laminar flow hood. Before cleaning the hood, you should be in appropriate garb. This includes a gown, gloves, mask, and head covering, and beard cover if needed. So what have I missed? Yes, you're right, I forgot to put on my mask, but we're going to go ahead and record this so that you can learn how to clean the hood anyway. So cleaning the hood is a two-step process. First, we will use a product that cleans the surfaces, and this one is called Preempt, and it contains accelerated hydrogen peroxide with surfactants, wetting, and chelating agents to clean and disinfect. We will follow that by repeating the process with sterile 70% isopropyl alcohol, which will sterilize the surfaces. This whole process, using both cleaning and disinfecting solutions, is done in the morning, 30 minutes after the hood has been blowing, and at the end of the day. During the day, clean the hood using this process with just sterile alcohol as needed between preparations. If the hood becomes dirty or a solution is not removed with alcohol, then go ahead and use the cleaner. The cleaning process is a bit laborious, but it is necessary to make sure that any drugs that are compounded in the hood are sterile. Remember, most of the products or prescriptions compounded in the hood will be administered to patients by the intravenous route. Any contamination can cause severe harm and even death to the patient. The hood is always cleaned from top to bottom and from back to front so that we do not introduce contaminants into the hood. We start with the sealing of the hood. Now, the sealing may have a couple different surfaces, metal and glass, but all surfaces are cleaned the same way, by wiping from side to side, left to right, overlapping each successive wipe by 25 to 50% to be extra sure no surface is left unclean or not disinfected. Our horizontal laminar flow hoods have a metal shield with small holes that is in front of the HEPA filter, which is at the back of the hood, and thus it is able to be cleaned in the same way as the other surfaces, but you must be very carefully to only press extremely lightly so the HEPA filter and shield are not harmed. For the cleaning, we are using wipes that are already wet with solution, but if you need to wet the cloth, it is critical that you don't spray or wet the HEPA filter. Always apply the solution directly to the cloth to avoid inadvertent spraying. Be sure to use a new side of the wipe for each new surface. When both sides of the wipe are used, get a new one. Now, clean the back of the hood by wiping side to side, left to right, and vice versa, and overlap each stroke by 25% to 50% as you see here. Some horizontal flow hoods do not have a shield in front of the HEPA filter, or the cover is just a metal grate where you can easily see the HEPA filter. In this type of hood, you do not clean the HEPA filter surface, but in our hoods, you do. After cleaning the top and the back, which is the shield in front of the HEPA filter, you will clean the sides and bottom of the hood. Be sure to use a new wipe for each surface. First, clean the right side, or the left side, it doesn't really matter. Start with the upper back corner near the HEPA filter and wipe straight down towards the work surface of the hood. Then wipe back up, being sure to overlap by 25 to 50%. Continue wiping up and down until you reach the front of the hood and run out of the wall. Then turn the wipe over and clean the left side the same way. Start in the upper back corner and wipe down, then back up again, being sure to overlap each successive wipe by 25 to 50%. Work towards the front until you run out of the wall. Now it is time to clean the work surface of the hood. Start with a new side of the wipe, or a new wipe if both have been used, and start in one of the back corners and wipe from right to left and vice versa. As you come forward, overlap again by 25 to 50% and continue cleaning until you run out of the surface. This will complete the cleaning process, step 1. Now we need to sterilize and disinfect, which is step 2. So we're going to repeat the entire process this time, but we're going to be using a lint-free cloth saturated with sterile 70% isopropyl alcohol. To get the most out of each cloth, we first fold it into quarters. One side of each quarter will be used for each surface. It is important that you never spray alcohol onto or towards the HEPA filter. Always spray it onto a lint-free cloth to avoid any possibility of getting it near the HEPA filter. Saturate the first quarter of the cloth and clean the top surface, the sealing of the hood, by starting at either back corner and wiping side to side, left to right, and back again, overlapping by 25 to 50% with each wipe. Next, turn over the wipe and saturate the surface that had been touching your sterile gloves. Use it to clean the metal shield over the HEPA filter, the back of the hood, as before. Then refold the cloth so that both used quarters are inside and the inside is outside. Saturate one side with alcohol and wipe down one side wall as before. Then turn over the wipe and saturate the final quarter of the cloth and wipe down the other side wall. Remember to start in the upper back corner, wipe up and down, overlapping by 25 to 50% as you come towards the front of the hood. Finally, get a new wipe and saturate a quarter of it and wipe down the work surface by starting in the far back corner and wiping left to right and working your way towards the front of the hood. When you reach the front, you are done.